This is Fear on Shelf, The Dep, a really good Defenders miniseries written by Swollen Bunn. I wanted to review all 4 issues of this miniseries before I got onto this really awful Defenders ongoing series written by Swollen Bunn. This is The Lesbian Defenders, issue number 1 from April 2013. I discussed this in the comments of another video with Spunk Brigader Dr. Ottoman. This comic is atrocious. Our defenders are Velcro, who is a lesbian now, and Pam Grier, because all Marvel comics for the last 8 years have really been about her. That is our team. 2 people, Velcro and Pam Grier. Can you recognise where we are going with this book? I didn't even want to reread this for the video. I hate it. And reading it is hard because the ink quality makes reading it actually hard. The idea, Swollen Bunn's idea, his idea for this book, it was an all-female superhero team. How bold and fresh. And that idea, it is bigged up like it is only of note as a gimmick and a novelty. And Velcro, she is gay by the issue's end. And look, it's raining on her, except it's raining blood. Now in this book, probably menstrual blood. And then Pam Grier. Fucking hell, I hate this character. She is so overused, and all of that use is as some sort of a measuring rod for the writer to make a case that he is not racist. Look at how happy she is. Look at that face. That is exactly how I feel. Fucking non-impressed. I really hate this book in a way. So Pam Grier, she gets to be a no-nonsense single black woman who don't need no man. And the other thing is, calling this book, using the Defender's name, it is false advertising. Velcro, she is the only link to the Defender's name. And Swollen Bunn, in an insufferable self-congratulatory essay at the back of this, he says this is him, like, doing a new Defenders thing, where it is just Velcro and a completely new team. Except that was never the New Defenders. The New Defenders had Etrigan the Demon as well, who had been a member of the team for quite a while before that. Even the Smurf, he had been around 20 issues before the revamp. That team, the New Defenders, it grew out of the Defenders. It made sense that they were still the Defenders in a way. But this isn't grown out of anything. There's no reason why this is the Defenders beyond Velcro being there. And they are either rarely or never even called the Defenders in the story itself at any point. Also, I proper hate this. It is shit. I didn't give a fuck about Pam Grier. The Defenders, they have like 30 or 40 past members, and you have gone and said all but one of them are not worth featuring in your Defenders book. And instead, Pam Grier, a character who has never appeared in the title and doesn't even know Velcro prior to this, she is what you want for a star in a Defenders title. We are just wasting time here, giving Pam Grier a boring Mission Impossible type introduction. And then we are introduced to Velcro's soon-to-be lesbian lover. It is an all-new character. She is a super science lady who I would predict is either based on Swollen Bum's wife, Swollen Bum's girlfriend, or the girl that Swollen Bum fancied in college, who he still cyberstalks regularly. The thing with this is that it is annoying, but it is also boring. Pam Grier, she has found some magical totem. And for a teen book with 2 fucking members, we see about triple the amount of one of them. So far, it has just been one boring woman doing anything, and one getting drenched by a period. So then, when Velcro finally shows up, they fight these skeletons that have come to life because of that totem, and it is boring. And the skeletons, they are probably all men, and they are the skeleton patriarchy. Sisters, they are doing it for themselves. Can I ask why at this point it is all female? There hasn't been any logical reason presented in the comic for why it is all female right now. Velcro, she has loads of fellas. Why doesn't she give Doctor Strange or Batman a phone call for some help? Pam Grier, she has loads of fellas. Why doesn't she ring up Iron Fist? And I say that, I didn't mean because they are men and they need men to help them out. I mean because they are their friends. Anyway, it is love at first sight here. Velcro, a character who prior to this had been very straight, a character who for a time was in love with Thor, a character who had an ill-fated marriage to John Velcro, a character who also briefly romanced Seaman. Well, that character, her first sight of Dr. Super Science, and she's suddenly like, why did I ever tolerate a penis? And this leads to an insta-lesbian kiss. Girl power! Lesbians! Apparently, lesbians have extrasensory love abilities that immediately knows that they are in love with each other, so that they can go and gobsmack each other just like this. And there's no consent issue at play here, because they are lesbians and they know that they are lesbians, and therefore it is true love. And for what it is worth, Velcro as a lesbian, I didn't mind that as an idea. My issue is that, as always, it takes the piss. It's not a switch. You cannot just switch Velcro from straight to gay. I honestly think the treatment of LGBTQ plus in comics is absolutely homophobic. The characters that they make gay are quite clearly selected because they decide that they match their own bigoted, stereotypical view of a gay or a lesbian person. Moon Garden, she is a bald woman, so she must be a lesbian. Snowman, he wore yellow booties in the 60s, so he must be a gay man. Hercules man, he runs around shirtless. Gay. Velcro, she used to have a whole feminist empowerment thing going on. So she is automatically lesbian by default now. Why not do a fucking story about Velcro discovering her sexuality? Have her realise she is more attracted to women, or she's more attracted to a woman than she has ever been to a man, and then have her deal with that and resolve her confusion and climax with her coming out and accepting her feelings in a big moment like this. Different have it just be that Velcro woke up one day and she was suddenly 100% lesbian forever because you are desperate to show off to your colleagues how woke you are. If you don't like my politics, don't buy my books. Well, I like your politics. I didn't like how you use them, or you as a person. I think you are a cunt, so I won't buy your books anyway. So it's all girl lesbian powers united against the evil patriarchy doom maidens. And the only way you can improve this all-female, non-defenders team is by bringing in another member in the shape of Mary Sue Moonchild, a character that I hate as much as Pam Grier. Then at the back we have that essay that I mentioned. It is Swollen Bum talking about the Defenders and this book. And he sounds like he likes the Defenders. Reading this essay, he sounds like he likes the Defenders. Reading this, it seems like he likes the Defenders. But reading this, it doesn't seem like he likes the Defenders at all. And then, also when you're reading the essay, you find out he also wanted to do an all-female team and score points with Gail Simon and her sad little clique. So he decided that finally getting the right of Defenders ongoing, that was actually his second priority after proving to the world that he is a feminist champion. Yeah, this is getting torn up, but I need to establish beforehand that this is not to do with feminism or lesbianism. I think both those things could and have been done better in other comic books. This, it is being torn up because it is a poorly written comic that is self-satisfied in itself for boasting the most basic of feminist baiting ideas. It stars poor characters, one of my all-time worst characters in comic books, soon to be two of my all-time worst characters in comic books. It has nothing but a pandering idea behind it. There's nothing worthwhile in this. 5 idiots on comic book blogs will say that it is empowering. And you know what? There's now more empowering than a lesbian feminist girl power comic written and drawn by white men. I rate it 7 thumbs up.